going on, dudes? I'm 13 and welcome back to Farm of Three Houses Golden Deer. In the last episode, what did we do? Yeah, we met with Judith at ALL and we got some reinforcements, so pretty cool stuff. In this episode, we're going to be doing the couple of paralogues that we have, as well as just doing a bit of exploring and whatnot or whatever. So yes, we're going to start off, I think, by doing the supports, and then I think I'm going to do the battles this week, so we can explore in the next week or whatever, just because there's some sort of food thing or whatever. There's a random freaking hair in my face that I can't freaking tell where it is, and it's pissing me off. Alright, so let's start off. Claude, who has his A+ support with Ingrid.
Hi, Ingrid. That was a great training session today, wasn't it?
It was indeed, Claude. It's so nice to see you.
Things have been pretty busy lately, though. I hope you're taking the time to rest whenever you have the chance.
I thank you for the concern. You are ever so kind.
I've finally got a free day tomorrow, so I was planning to sleep through the morning and laze around all day.
That sounds so lovely. Perhaps I should do the same.
Ingrid, will you just stop it already? You still doing that shtick?
Whatever do you mean?
Are you feeling all right? You're acting so demure. It's kind of creeping me out.
Ugh, you can't be serious. I always knew you were a layabout, but I see now you're also an insensitive nitwit too. If I lecture you, you complain. If I act pleasant, you also complain.
Ah, you switched back!
Please, tell me how to behave. At least if you're commandeering my behavior, I'll get less of an earful of your complaints. Have you ever even once considered thinking before you speak? And you wonder why people so rarely trust you.
Ah, right. I'm sorry, I guess that was kind of insensitive.
Wow, quite the apology. Sounds a lot like one of your myriad excuses. Do you really expect empty apologies to help you get your way?
I'm suddenly feeling dizzy. Oh, so dizzy. We'll have to talk about this later.
There you go again, you and your excuses. I thought if I made extra efforts to be pleasant, he and I might finally interact without bickering. I just don't know what the best approach is with him.
There is no best approach.
Were you listening to everything I just said? Ugh. I thought you'd run off.
I told you before, didn't I? You're better off as your normal, prickly self. I don't mind getting lectured by you, so keep on doing that from time to time, okay? Just maybe not all of the time. Anyway, oh, the dizziness. Bye.
As if an occasional lecture could ever cut it.
No, that's cute. That's cute. Also, since we've recorded the last episode, I got a new monitor. And damn, this thing looks it looks so clear now. It's ridiculous. Also, the shit, I can see it and it's pissing me off, man. Okay, I think I got it. We're good now. Alright, so Lawrence and Leonie have their A support.
Hey, got a minute?
Leonie, are we to sharpen swords again?
No, I came to give you this handkerchief back. Sorry, I know I held on to it for a while. You lent me this, remember?
I recall giving it to you. It is a noble's duty to give to the common folk. In return, the commoner need only pay respect.
That's nice. You left out the part where the nobles take all the stuff the regular folks make?
Yes, the common folk give the fruits of their labor, willingly, I might add, as a token of that respect. The head of San village offers his tribute in exactly that spirit, you know.
San? That's my village. You knew?
Of course. We granted exclusive hunting rights to San and forbade outsiders from poaching. In fact, when we received complaints about just that, we hired mercenaries to deal with the issue.
So that's what brought Gerald.
What was that?
Nothing. Look, just take the handkerchief. I'm returning something I borrowed from a friend.
Very well. As your friend, I will accept it.
You know, I really wish you wouldn't think of nobles as always giving and commoners as only receiving. Friends help each other, without thinking about status, and that help goes both ways.
Quite so. And when I require the aid of a friend, I assure you I will happily recognize it. But only with friends. In the main, I must continue to refuse assistance from the common folk. For a noble to accept would be disgraceful.
I always thought he was just stuck up. Turns out, he just has this grand idea of nobility he's trying to live up to. Oh no! I didn't even give him the handkerchief!
Nice. Oh my. Alright. Next up, Leone has another one with Lysithea, their bee support.
Hey, I'm about to take out the trash. Got anything you want me to take?
How about these? Just some old study notes of mine.
Wow, that's quite the pile there. You sure it's all fine to throw away?
Of course. It's all safely stored in my brain now. If I concentrate, I can access any of it with ease.
Why am I not surprised? I wish I had even half your power of concentration. Okay, here we go. Ugh, this is pretty heavy. Well, it'll be a good workout. Oh, but you were telling me not to take my training so lightly. Still, can't hurt to get a little exercise in. I'll just take it at a run. See you later. What is it, Lysithea? Was there something in that pile of paper you wanted to hang on to after all?
No, that's not it. There's just something I want to say to you. I'm sorry for saying your way of doing things was inefficient. You've clearly grown plenty strong, doing things as you have. Not to mention, multitasking and training in that way surely presents interesting challenges.
Well, sure. But if everyone has their own methods, then your methods aren't wrong either. All you did was share them with me, so there's no need for apologies. Still, it's probably beyond me to imitate your levels of focus and concentration. How do you even manage to throw yourself into only one thing like that?
I haven't much choice. I can't waste even a single moment.
I can understand that. I'm sort of the same way. I hate feeling like I'm not getting enough work done. Anyway, you should just do what works for you. You've got something you want to achieve, right? That's why you feel pressured to study so hard.
Yes.
Then focus on what matters to you. Leave the rest to people who have the time for it. And hey, if you need any heavy lifting done, you know where to go. The way I see it, it's all training.
You know, Leone, you're so kind, so strong.
Whoa, what's with the compliments all of a sudden?
I was just thinking what an incredible partner you'd make. Really, you've got all of the perfect qualities.
What?
I'm not simply saying that. I say what I mean, and I mean what I say.
You're making me blush. What a strange way to compliment someone.
Alright then. That sounds like something like, a grandmother or a mother would say, Okay, next up, Ignatz has his bee support with Flane.
Nothing here.
What are you doing?
Oh, Flane! I've just been researching the exploits of Saint Sethlene.
And why is it you're doing that precisely?
Well, painting is a hobby of mine, and I thought I might like to capture her likeness.
Well, how lovely. But how is researching her exploits necessary for painting?
If I wanted to use a statue of Saint Sethlene for my reference, it wouldn't be necessary. But that's not what I want. I wish to paint Saint Sethlene herself, looking exactly as she did when she was alive. And if I don't know anything about who she was on the inside, the image won't be true to life. So I wanted to find some hints about who she was, and that's why I've been researching her deeds.
Ah, so you were hoping to find out what type of girl she was.
Girl? Interesting way of putting it, but yes, more or less.
I see. Yes, it is all quite clear to me now.
What's happening?
Okay then. allow me to share with you what I know of Sethleen's deeds. Long ago, in a world ravaged by war, Setleen led a secluded life with her father, Keyhole. One day, they met Saint Zeros, who was grieved by the chaos and destruction of war. And so, the three decided to join forces.
Huh? But I thought the saints gathered following a revelation from the goddess.
At the Battle of Tailteen, they fought against the 10 elites led by Nemesis, who sought to conquer the whole world. Setleen tended to her allies on the field of battle, until she exhausted all her strength. Then, she fell into a long slumber.
But according to legend, she used her miraculous powers to heal all of the wounded.
His lips start moving.
Interesting story, is it not? Have you perhaps learned something new about Setleen?
Having heard all that, I'd say she seems incredible.
Incredible? Well, I haven't heard that before. I feel certain you and I will be fast friends. Let us talk again soon.
Huh. Who knew Flame was such an expert on Setleen?
Who knew? I think that was like an internal thought from him. That's probably why his lips weren't moving. I kind of thought that. I'm like, oh yeah, that one makes sense. Oh my god, they all have supports with Flame. Alright, Raphael has his B support with Flame.
Hello, Raphael. Are you well? Any chance you might be training today?
Of course! My muscles are always ready to train.
I imagine so. Mind if I tag along? I have been practicing my battle cries. I believe you shall notice a marked improvement. Rah! Yeah!
Wow, that sounds much better than last time. But try doing it more like this. Yeah!
Oh, hearing it anew is positively invigorating. I have much training ahead if I am to become as strong as you.
Try not to strain yourself. You've got smarts, so you shouldn't have to worry about your muscles.
I won't be satisfied until my body is as strong as my mind. As my body is so frail, my brother is endlessly worrying over me.
I know what that's like. I have a little sister too. I always worry about her, even when it's something small, like catching a cold.
Then surely you understand. I want to give my brother peace of mind. If I don't get stronger, I won't be able to do all the things I wish to do. But I'm quite enjoying this. I have never shouted so loudly in all my life. Each time I allow myself to let go in such a way, I feel invigorated.
Well, if you're having fun, I'm not gonna stop you. Go on and shout as much as you want. Give it all you've got and make your brother proud.
Just you wait. I've only just begun.
All right. Gather up your energy deep in your gut and get ready to shout.
Yeah!
Alright. And finally, Felix and Flame with their B support.
Flame, what's that you're hiding?
Oh no, my surprise is spoiled. I had brought some fruits for you to cut up in addition to the firewood. I thought some variation might prove amusing.
No, I'm not doing that again. I've got better uses for my sword than chopping up fruit and firewood.
I cannot imagine what could be better than chopping fruit.
Chopping up my enemies.
You say that as though you have many enemies. So you would rather chop people than firewood, is that it?
That's not how I put it, but a blade's purpose is to kill. To chop wood, use an axe. To chop food, use a knife. It's simple.
Surely it is not forbidden to use your sword for other things, like chopping fruit. Swords that cut inanimate objects are serving a much finer purpose than those that cut living beings.
What a noble sentiment. But without a blade to cut down your enemies, you cannot win. Those who are weak lose everything and they die. Those who are strong win and live on. I understand why you balk at bloodshed, but you must know that it has a purpose.
And what purpose might that be?
A purpose. Let's just leave it at that. I'm not in the mood to debate you. I'll continue to wield my sword, and if necessary, cut down my enemies.
He certainly is a stubborn one.
I don't think I'd ever seen that support before. Very interesting. Alright. Well, let's move on to, let's do our battle now. Okay, so we have Eternal Guardian and Forgotten Hero, and we're going to be doing those both in this episode. So we'll start out with Forgotten Hero. Something is attacking the people in the Forza Margaret Edmund's territory, and this Crest Scholar blames Marianne. We're going to be, by the way, I should explain, I'm going to do the story reports, I'm going to speed through the battles, and that'll be it. So, yep, let's get to it. Forgotten Hero. Forgotten Hero, Verna Wind, Chapter 16, The Rose-Colored River.
There's no reason to feign ignorance. I know all about you.
What are you talking about?
Just come here.
Professor, help!
Don't interfere. Just hand the girl over to me.
Never.
I'm telling you this for your own good. You're putting yourself in danger by associating with her. Do you know of the wandering beast stalking the woods in the Edmund territory? It is said that it attacks people every night and drags them off to feast. The true identity of the wandering beast is that girl right there.
No, I would never.
Get out of here.
No matter. I'll get the evidence I need.
My apologies for getting you involved in that.
What happened?
In truth, that man has been following me ever since my father disappeared. He's a Crest Scholar.
Why is he following you?
The crest that my father bore and was passed down to me, it was Maurice's crest.
Maurice's crest?
Yes. It's also known as the Crest of the Beast. It's said there were once 12 heroes who saved Fodlan. There was the King of Liberation, Nemesis, the 10 elites, and finally, Maurice. One day, Maurice suddenly transformed into a hideous beast and slaughtered innocent people. It was like when Miklon of House Gautier turned into a black beast. The negative energy dwelling within his crest turned Maurice into a monster. The people of Fodlan grew to despise him, and he was stripped of his honor. His whole clan was conquered, and it was believed that his bloodline had vanished. But even now, there exists a few descendants who have inherited Maurice's crest, and his curse. My family line is one of them. Maurice's crest is a symbol of disaster. Anyone who comes in contact with it is met with great misfortune. Those who carry the crest become beasts at night and slaughter innocent people.
What that man mentioned earlier.
Yes, the rumor about the wandering beast in the woods. People are saying the creature is similar in appearance to Maurice's bestial form.
If it's defeated, wouldn't the rumor be dispelled?
That may be true, but I doubt I could do it on my own. If you and some of the others came with me, though.
Let's go.
Thank you. But, promise you won't tell anyone about my crest? I'm sorry to have to ask, but thank you.
Alright, so we need to repair a couple of our weapons. Yeah, I'm running low on smithing stones. It's probably going to end up being better soon to straight up make new versions of our forged weapons, but I don't know if I think the forges actually take the smithing stones too. Okay.
Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
Jeez. The game is lagging, and I think it's literally because of this. Just how much there is on this map with all the trees and the fog, and then there's a whole bunch of beasts hiding in the fog here. So, hopefully I can even get through this fast. Forgot to repair Claude's iron bow as well.
Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
Alright, we're gonna give Raphael the Speedwing. Mainly because he has bad speed. There we go. That'll work for now. Alright, let's get started. So we have to defeat the enemy commander and defeat as Marianne falls.
Are you really the wandering beast that people talk about?
Do you bear our crest? For what purpose did you come here?
Our crest? Does that mean...
It appears that your presence has been detected by bloodthirsty demonic beasts.
Just like Miklon's Black Beast. Could a hero's relic be at fault?
Hero, there is a word that takes me back.
Takes you back? Are you?
After so long, I cannot speak of it.
As he wanted, it is gonna be me who's gonna do it. Let's go! Oh my god, that was actually so tough.
Well done. Finally, this nightmare of 1,000 years is at its end. Oh, inheritor of my crest. If this body is to decay, then the sword, I leave it to you.
Oh my god, who even gets MVP for that? Raphael? Alright, I can understand that. He killed two of them. He, like, oh my god. Oh, that was so clutch. God, that I was thinking about it. I'm like, we're gonna lose. Shit. And then I realized, wait, Marianne didn't even need to be healed. If I just teleport somebody up there to help us, we could do it. And we did. Let's go. And thank God for ashes and dust, man. We were able to break his shield.
I still can't believe what we saw in that forest. The wandering beast's eviscerated body. Only human bones, and this sword remaining. Surely the creature's true identity was...
I'm sorry.
You again?
I heard rumor that the Wandering Beast was slain. But do you really believe that frees you of suspicion? Without proof that it was slain, the argument that you are not a beast does not stand. Furthermore,
Stick him with the sword.
Huh? Oh, that sword!
When the wandering beast was defeated, this sword...
It's unmistakable. Carved into that sword's crest stone is Maurice's crest. But how would the lost magic blade end up with the Wandering Beast? According to what I know of Maurice's story, he didn't let go of the sword until the very end. That must mean... I see. So that's what happened. My apologies. It seems I was mistaken. I must be going.
So the wandering beast was...
Maurice himself.
He was roaming the dark woods for over 1,000 years, suffering for his murderous past.
Good thing you were able to put an end to it.
It's true. And because of that, I feel as though my curse has been lifted. The blood of a beast no longer flows through me. I feel human for once. Thank you, Professor. I couldn't have done it on my own. Without your help, I would never have found peace.
No problem at
I'll
all.
do anything I can to repay my debt to you.
No debt to be repaid. I didn't even like... Ignatz got defeated, which sucks. But at that point, he wasn't helping that much, so it was like... I'm not gonna reset for that. But then Marianne's miracle! She survived the attack from, you know, Maurice himself by... literally miracle. So, like, holy shit. Oh, that was genuinely so tough. Alright, next up we have Eternal Guardian. So, 5 years after Rhea's disappearance, a letter that she wrote prior to the battle's surface. Mysterious message raises more questions than it answers. Let's do it. Eternal Guardian, Verdant Wind, Chapter 16, The Rose-Colored River. Willa.
Here you are, Teach. Take a look at this.
It is Claude. Yeah, makes sense. It's Gilbert and Blue
I
Lions.
found it in Rhea's room. It's addressed to you.
Did you enter her room on your own?
Well, I know it's not necessarily fair to Rhea, but there's no way I wasn't going to take a look. I thought I might find some valuable information. Or even some treasures that could be useful for the coming war. In the end, all I found was that letter. I obviously couldn't read it before you did. Go ahead, I'm sick with curiosity.
Dear child, I have little time, and so I will keep this brief. I asked you to take care of things should something happen, but I wish to make myself useful as well. I left a treasure at the Holy Tomb. Please take it. However, note that I set a bit of a trap to prevent thieves from stealing it. Please take ample precautions so that you are not harmed when you retrieve it. May Sothis protect you. Rhea.
Her handwriting is messy. She must have written it right before that battle 5 years ago. That treasure, if it belongs to Rhea, there's no doubt that it has great value. It would be bad if some thief managed to sneak off with it. Let's go and get it, Teach.
Let's go.
Great. But there's a trap there that might injure us? Huh. Just to be safe, there's a friend I'd like to invite as well. After all, who knows what lies ahead?
Who? Do. Sure. Alright, I need to repair Ingrid's lance. I'm about out of stuff. Alright, let's get started. Victory is defeat all enemy commanders, and defeat is I fall in battle.
There's something there. Are those the devices that Rhea warned us about? Those are the Phantoms, and some of them are giving orders. Let's target those first.
Thank you, Claude. Oh my.
I can't afford them. Looks like we made it through the madhouse. So where's this treasure that Rhea mentioned?
Whew, that was
Finally
frustrating.
found it. This must be the treasure? Let's get out of here and take a look.
Shilaceros. God damn it, dude. That was actually genuinely kind of frustrating. I did not play it very well. Granted, there was a bunch of things that happened during the course of having to play this fucking paralogue that just took my mind off of it, made me not care. Both freaking Hilda and Ignatz got knocked out. Hilda's was unfortunate because I was hoping that the stupid beast wouldn't come back up, but it did. It decided to go off its path and come back up and kill Hilda, and it's like, God damn it! And I forgot we had to kill the two guys in the middle. I thought it was just the guys at the top, so I didn't even bother with them. I probably could have taken them out earlier, but it doesn't matter. Ingrid gets MVP, and we're done.
Oh, good grief. Rhea's trap was more extensive than I expected. Could something like that really be a result of sorcery alone? I don't understand the structure at all. It certainly wasn't made quickly.
Was it there from the beginning?
I think so. That trap may have been built into the Holy Tomb when it was first constructed. In which case, there might have been another purpose for building it, other than just as a saint's tomb. Now I have even more questions for Rhea. I hope we reunite with her soon. However, we now have a salvaged treasure. It might be something incredible. The church kept some of the legendary weapons that were blessed by the goddess. This isn't something one just stumbles across. Anyway, it was entrusted to you, Teach. Do what you will with it. My curiosity has been satisfied for the time being, so maybe I'll return to my responsibilities.
Alright, yep. The Ceros shield.
I have to ask you.
Sure. What is your question? I have a tactical question. Let's say you're leading an army and the enemy's forces directly out on Miro as you're surrounded. What would you do? Push forward, punch a hole in the formation?
Huh. Not bad.
Yeah, that's what I kind of thought she would like. And a max professor level, which is only A+, instead of S. They might as well have just made it S. Your spy is increased, yeah. It's max now. Okay, you went to... Interesting. No. You're gonna be cavalry class, but you don't need lances to be a holy knight, pretty sure. I could be wrong. I should check into that. Ignatz's birthday. We'll host a tea party for him. Lavender blend.
Professor, I'm here. I wanted to take you up on your invitation.
Of course, it's your freaking...
I'm not very discerning, but I do love this kind of tea.
Not very discerning. I don't know about that.
You have my thanks.
I'll drink my beer, you can have your tea.
What a lovely fragrance.
Yeah, lavender... Well, I can't really smell. I mean, lavender's strong enough I can smell most of the time. Probably past laughs, yeah.
Believe it.
Cute monks.
Alright.
Alright. Ooh. No, it's probably the one in the middle. Well, maybe he likes cats. He does like cats, okay.
Yes?
Tell me about yourself.
Alright. Oh, don't mind me. I was just admiring you.
Do 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 do. Okay, I don't remember if we've done one with him, so
Yes?
let's give him some. You like the ancient coin, I know that.
Thank you so much, Professor.
No problem, bud. Let's see if he says anything. Oh,
There's still so much for me to paint with these hands.
cool. I wasn't actually looking at your hands, but I'm glad that... Oh, you got something?
I've really grown up.
Yes, you have. Straight up. You still have the same sort of bowl cut, but it's a lot better looking now. Anyways, alright.
Thank you for the delicious tea. I'd be happy to join you again whenever you like.
No problem, Ignatz. Happy freaking birthday, my dude. Alright. I don't know if anyone's gonna actually go up in anything. Felix nearly went up, or not Felix, the one above him. I think it was Linhart, nearly went up in reason.
I'll do my best with this.
Mercedes went up in reason, and so did
Understands more
Flame.
every day.
Very good. I think I'm gonna do the supports, then I'm gonna end the episode here, because it's been a decently long recording. I don't know. That's about it. So, we'll start out with Lawrence and Lysithea with their A support.
Lysithea, it's no good for you to expose yourself to such strong sunlight. And a chill could steal upon you at any moment. You really ought to have worn a mantle. You have been running yourself absolutely ragged. Would you please consider taking some rest?
Enough is enough. I am fully aware. Now, stop following me.
I'm only concerned for your health.
That's great and all, but I feel fine today, and I'm perfectly capable of caring for myself. I don't have time to take a rest. I'm overloaded with work, and I have less time than everyone else. I just want to do my own thing, bring order to the Alliance, and put my parents' minds at ease.
No need to rush. How can you be so certain your lifespan is shortened anyway? I do not know who decided that, but consider me skeptical. If you are healthy now, and if you take proper care of yourself, you ought to live just as long as anyone else.
That's all well and good, but those vitamin-packed sweets you brought tasted weird.
If you want a healthy body, then you need to start with what you eat.
You have a point, but those health sweets are gross.
I sent for the finest in wholesome, healthy treats for you. I asked only for the very sweetest.
That was pretty nice of you. I'm sorry, Lawrence. Thank you for being so thoughtful. Still, I don't need bushels and bushels of them. Gaining a ton of weight won't exactly lengthen my lifespan either. I mean, I like to be able to hang out with you as much as possible, and for as long as possible.
Truly? Oh, I'm so glad. I feel the same. Even in an otherwise perfect future, I still cannot see a happy life for myself without you in it. In fact, the more time we spend together, the more essential to me you become. So let us walk, side by side, toward a future together.
Yikes! Keep it down, will you?
Why are you flustered? What is there to be embarrassed about? You know I will always care for you.
Okay, noted. Will you just calm down already?
You need not worry about a thing. I will look after you no matter what may come. After all, the future of Fodlan rests upon my shoulders, does it not?
I won't give up on myself either. Thanks for caring, Lawrence.
Alrighty then. Oh, that's funny. Alright, next up, Lysithea and Raphael have unlocked their A support.
Where is that darn ladder?
Need help with something, Lysithea?
I can't find the ladder anywhere, and I needed to check out the books up on that top shelf.
Want me to just grab one for you?
No, I need to be able to dig around myself.
No problem. You could sit on my shoulders instead. Up you go.
Hang on a sec. That's not... I hope nobody saw that. Anyway, thank you. That was helpful. I can't believe how many fantastic books were hidden just out of reach up there. Thanks for being so patient while I rummaged.
No problem at all. It was my pleasure.
Hey, Raphael. You're always extra nice to me. Is it because I remind you of your sister Maya?
Yeah, I can't help but think about her whenever I see you around. We lost our parents when she was still real little, so she never had adults around to do stuff for her. That's probably why she grew up to be the kind of kid who wants to do everything on her own.
That's certainly something I can relate to.
I keep telling her that it's okay to rely on her big bro a little bit. Like, when there's stuff she can't do because she's too small. She just needs to ask someone bigger to do it. I told her that she could help me when I'm having trouble with stuff too. Then we would be even.
Young or old, we can all help one another out. We each have our strengths and weaknesses. Receiving help and providing help in return. It sounds so simple, really.
It is simple! I knew you'd get it.
I do. And I hope you understand that you can come to me for help too, Raphael. I can't be the only one receiving aid. It makes me feel incompetent and like a kid. I hate that.
Alright. Alright then. You could help me clean up my room.
I bet it's a disaster knowing you. I'll help you on that front, but I've got some rules on how to keep things tidy. You'll need to listen up.
If you could help with the actual tidying, that would probably be better. No need to bother with rules. I don't really do so good with remembering the complicated stuff. Oh! I got an idea! It would be even better if you could just come by and tidy up from now on! If you keep helping me, then I can help you whenever you need it. No guilt.
Whenever I need it, huh? How long does that offer hold?
From now on. Like for always. I don't know what's so difficult to understand.
For always sounds nice. I'm fine with that.
Alright then. Okay, next up. Alright, we'll do Claude and Marianne with their A support.
Oh, do you have an itch back there? I guess you can't scratch it on your own, can you?
Hi, Marianne.
Oh, Claude. It's just you.
Sorry, I know you're in the middle of an important discussion with Dorte, but could I talk to you?
About what?
It's about this thing you think you're burdened with. I've tried to guess what it is.
You tried to guess what it is. It's not like we just completed the paralogue where that we discussed what that was.
Please don't. This is making me a little uncomfortable.
There's no reason to feel uncomfortable. It's not like I plan on saying it aloud. But if my guess is correct, there's something I want to tell you. Will you hear me out?
Fine. I will listen.
Once upon a time, in a faraway place.
What the... Are you telling me a story?
Just listen. Once upon a time, in a faraway place, there was a young boy. This boy came from a despised lineage. In short, his mother was a daughter of the enemy. So the young boy was treated horribly by everyone around him. He hadn't done anything wrong. Everyone hated him simply for existing. Yelling, fighting back, explaining himself. Nothing he did could change his situation. When he was finally old enough, he ran far away from home. He escaped.
It sounds to me like he had no choice. I would have done the same had it been me.
Thing is, after he ran away, he still found himself in the very same position. People in the outside world hated him for where he came from.
Well, now that's...
The boy thought he had no place to go. All he could do was destroy the boundary between the inside and the outside worlds.
Destroy the boundaries?
Right. If there was no outside and inside, just one side to share, then the people outside wouldn't have a reason to hate him anymore, right? It wouldn't be easy, but if he managed it, he could shrug off that burden. The point is, people are born with burdens to carry. That much is undeniable. But whether they bind us or we cast them aside, that's up to us. So I think you should try to cast yours aside, Marianne. Put that heavy burden down. It's time.
But I don't know if I can do it.
It's okay. I'm here for you. We're the same, and I can help you.
The same? Claude, we have nothing in common.
Hey, did you see that, Dorte? Your friend just smiled at me.
Thank you for sharing your story. I suppose I could try casting aside burden, as you say. We can try together.
Let's do that. And when we're free, we can change the whole world.
Alright. Next up. Oh my god, Felix has... Why does Felix have one with Seth? What? That's the one that's completely out of the blue to me. Because he wasn't by Seth. He wasn't even... No, he was by Ingrid, I guess. Does that actually count? That's weird, if you can actually build support with another's adjutants. Anyways, let's start off with Felix and Annette's with their sea sport.
Today's dinner is steak and then a cake that's yummy yum. Now it's time to fill my tummy tum. Oh, this mountain of sweets and treats that I long to eat. Oh, stacks of steaks and cakes and crumbs and yums.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Felix, you were listening, were you?
I heard enough to know that you're hungry.
No, I mean, well, yes. At least tell me you didn't see the dance.
You have nice footwork. Get something to eat. I can take over watering the plants.
You're evil, Felix!
And you're shouting.
You can't just spy on people while they're singing without even saying anything! It's not right!
I actually did call out that I was coming in. It's not my fault you didn't hear.
Well, you need to speak louder then! Ugh, this is so embarrassing. And of course I was singing some silly food song I made up. I should have been singing about bears or swamp beasties.
I didn't realize there were songs about bears and swamp beasties. That food song seemed to be close to your heart. Your stomach isn't far from your heart, after all.
Oh, you are the worst!
Huh. What was that about? I better water these plants. Wouldn't want them to get thirsty, or they might start singing too.
I fucking love the support chain between these two. It's so fucking adorable. Alright. Next up we have Felix, and we'll do his support with Ingrid. Their bee support.
Hello?
Oh, hello. Have you been there long? I was absorbed in this book.
Another silly legend?
First of all, they're not silly. And second of all, no. It's an essay that speaks to uncommon and challenging battle scenarios. I've been researching such things since you proposed your unique strategy. Listen to this. Your commander gives orders that put your hometown in extreme danger. Do you carry out the orders or protect your hometown?
What nonsense. I was talking about real-world tactics, not some dumb ethical question.
Whatever your personal feelings on the matter, I see similarities between such tactics and these dumb ethical questions. I haven't read beyond this one, but I think the obvious answer is to follow your commander. The duty and pride of being a knight demand that you follow orders, regardless of your own feelings. But if I were put in such a position, I don't know how I'd fare. In fact, were someone to carry out those orders, I know that I'd attempt to stop them.
Stop bothering with all this. You're not meant to be a knight. Go find a husband.
Excuse me?
You heard me.
I know you hate the ideals of chivalry and pride. So much so, you ran away from your duty as your family's heir. You have no right to criticize me for my ideals.
Perhaps not. At least I know not to heedlessly obey orders. I know not to romanticize blind obedience. My brother taught me to think for myself.
Don't you dare bring Glenn into this.
You're right. Forget it.
And that brings it right down. Okay, and finally, Felix and Sedith with their sea support.
May I help you, Sedith?
Finally noticed me, I see. Good to see that you are so dedicated to your training.
Do you have need of my sword?
No, this is not a military matter. I would like to discuss the distance you seem to be keeping from the others.
Distance? I don't follow.
I have noticed that you like to keep others at arm's length, and in most cases, quite a bit further.
Keeping a close eye on me. They don't share my values, that's all.
Is that why you train alone? Because your friends do not share your values?
You seem displeased. I suppose you're going to tell me, to defeat your enemies, you must have dependable allies.
That's not exactly how I would phrase it, but having good relationships with your allies is essential in combat. I am sure you realize that it is easier to bond with people when you interact with them more. There are limits to what one person can do alone. Great things cannot be achieved without allies.
You sound like my father. You're saying it's in my own interest to make friends?
To put it simply, yes. As much as you possibly can. To be honest, I envy you, because I know what it is like to not have many people to call friends.
I wouldn't have guessed that. There are so many devout believers.
I am talking about friends. People to speak with on equal terms. You have many friends here. You should take care to attend to them.
I'll consider your advice, but I'm not usually one to change my mind.
To be young.
Alright, that's where we're going to be ending this episode, guys. Hope you all enjoyed, did like, appreciated. In the next episode, I'm probably going to do 2 little, whatever, stints of exploring and then rest. That'll be what I do. So, that's about it. I hope you all enjoyed this episode, did appreciated. Make sure to subscribe for more, and I will talk to you all later.